For many investors, one important question today is how likely there will be a recession and how bad the recession can be. Today, let's take a look at one key factor which is often overlooked: personal saving and consumer spending. First of all, a recession is defined as GDP or gross domestic product declines in two consecutive quarters. GDP has four key components: consumer spending, business spending and investments, government spendings, and the last one is net exports. In the US economy, on an annual basis, the US GDP is roughly about $22 to $23 trillion, of which consumer spending actually accounts for 70%, or about $13.3 trillion, while business spending and investment is roughly about 18%, or $3.5 trillion, and government spending is about 17%, or $3.3 trillion, and the remaining 5% is net exports. So consumer spending obviously is the largest component in our GDP calculation and therefore has the biggest impact on our GDP. And the big question is, will consumers continue to spend more or less in the coming month? According to the latest report from CNBC, which is based on the data from Joe Lavana, the chief economist at SMBC Nikko Securities, the personal saving in the US was at about $6.5 trillion during the pandemic, which is not surprising as the US government has been handing out so much cash under the QE monetary policy, or quantitative easing, in order to stimulate the economy. And of course, everyone has so much money in their pocket or bank account to spend in the past 2 years, and also driving the inflation high. However, this personal saving has fallen to just $650 billion today, a drop of 90%. Unless the post-pandemic employment income can sustain the similar level of spending, otherwise, consumer spending is likely to decrease. With this data, we should have a pretty good idea on consumer spending and which way the GDP is heading and the chance of recession. With this information and data, we as investors should be able to make our own assessment and judgment and adjust our investment strategy accordingly. Hopefully this information is helpful for many individual investors. Well, please click like, subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so more people can see this video. And also I can continue to make more videos to help everyone.